Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead. Good morning. Thinking about the topic of this week's service I'm doing with Steve, security, inner and outer, forced me to do some serious self-reflection. The service will focus on how to respond to an active shooter scenario and other potential threats to personal safety at church. Steve mentioned that he is afraid that this talk might escalate anxiety. I agree with him entirely. Anxiety is a useless emotion and is often used by advertising to get us to buy processed food and pharmaceuticals. But that is another topic. However, there is a strong connection between inner and outer security. Strength is strength. I do have inner security, but I must admit, I have often struggled with it. For me, inner security starts with loving myself. When I look back on my young life, I realize I must have had a fair amount of self-love to accomplish what I did. But in retrospect, I see the nagging sense of insecurity always nipped at my heels. I can see where I had a lot of work to do, and I'm still doing it. I know that my sense of inner security increased when I came here to this congregation roughly 10 years ago. But my sense of inner peace and self love greatly increased 5 years ago when I went to a healthy plant based diet. Initially, I made the switch because I had a medical emergency, but I quickly experienced a conscience raising about the animals and the planet. Now I am at the place where I realize we're all one. That includes the human animals, all animals and fish, including those we think of as food, and the planet. There are theories that planet Earth is a living organism. About a year or so after going to a plant-based diet, I began to experience a deeper stillness and sense of quiet within me. In addition to the molecular change in my body, I attribute this sense of peace to no longer having the suffering of animals in my body. Thinking about this brings me back to the seventh principle of Unitarian Universalism, respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. For the past 6 months or so, I have cultivated a longer daily meditation time as part of my yoga practice. This deepening of my Buddhist practice became more important to me after the election because of my meditation practice. I have developed better boundaries, increased mental clarity, and mental strength. Since the election, I have noticed an increase of harassment, usually regarding my normal day, a biblical tale of sacred genders, published in 2018 by Adelaide Books in New York and Lisbon. Their harassment consisted of the usual pronouncements that I would be going to hell for some reason, maybe because I was raised secular. This type of thing barely phases me. And the image of a burning rainbow flag, that was new. Then just briefly, the harassment, including threats of book burnings, along with homophobia and anti-Semitism, increased exponentially. The harassment was personal. One comment read, "We're coming for you." And telling my partner about the harassment, I replied staunchly, "I'm not afraid." In that moment, I felt as fierce as Robert De Niro. I am not afraid of the bad guys. If anything, the harassment made me feel more determined. Plus, there was a noticeable uptick in visitors to my author blog, and I used the harassment as an opportunity to post about it and to include the first several paragraphs in my novel Day. I have since realized that not returning hate is a form of survival. I will not let the hate diminish me. On some deep level, people who hate others hate themselves. It is sad that some people are so insecure they have to project their demons onto others. When it comes to sexuality and gender, hatred poses many questions. Are the haters suppressing their own feelings? Why are they so threatened? When it comes to compassion, we are all one. As I said on my blog, in my book, religion belongs to everyone, and there have always been different genders. Congratulations, said my partner, on being harassed and on turning it around. But later, I received some more harassment, and the violence in this image gave me pause. I thought. At that moment, I realized I had a choice. I could choose to feel fear, or I could choose to continue to feel fiercely determined. As I did, I took a breath. Please pause and take a breath with me now. Breathe in to a count of 3. Do this several times, and as we breathe in and out, I hope you'll join me in the ancient Hawaiian exercise, which I was recently reminded of when I read Enlivening Consciousness, a book on holistic eye care by Elizabeth Haransky Beck, OD. As you breathe, place your hand on your heart and say silently, "I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you." I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. My years of being a practicing Buddhist kicked in when I was being harassed. I consider Buddhism to be my root religion and my Unitarian Universalist experience. As a result of my Buddhist practice, I was able to change my thoughts. Later, I meditated on what happens to the energy of hate when it is met with compassion for all, even for the harassers. Energetically, compassion prevails and the hate disappears. Centering love has been talked about in Unitarian Universalist circles. Still, it was amazing to feel this. The fact of love radiating from the center of me, just under the compassion. The question is, can we use compassion in social justice work? The answer is a resounding yes. There are things to be angry and sad about, and things we can do. But compassion is always the healthy choice. And when compassion transforms energy, hate will eventually go away. A little voice inside of me says having compassion means we win. Yay, us. Sometimes my Buddhism is filled with good old-fashioned lesbian rage and stubborn glee. Still, I am working on myself. Every day, as part of my meditation, I remind myself that I love and trust myself. Belief in myself is critical to loving myself and to having inner security. I've heard it said that belief is just a practice thought. Belief is a habit. Belief is like a seed planted in our church community garden. Some seeds will take and some will not. I believe that some will grow and bear fruit. That fruit will become food and that we will be able to feed people. Namaste.